Hey everybody, I would like to tell you this thing that I discovered and it freaked me out. Check this out. So, Madonna is the queen and Lady Gaga is named after Radio Gaga, a song by Queen. Their first albums are very dance floor clubby debuts with black and white faces, close up, and it's slightly obscured on one side. All right. Then you have their sophomore sexuality statement albums that are monochrome covers that become their most iconic song album cover style era videos, and both have metal hardware boy toys. Madonna's belt buckle and Lady Gaga's motorcycle, which could also be called a boy toy. And basically, I think what they're saying is that, you can treat us like a toy, but we're actually the men in this relationship, and we're going to call the shots. And we are, the tomboys that are going to peg our feminine men. Okay? Like women taking control. Okay. Then you have Desperately Seeking Susan and Machete. Early grungy supporting roles that supplement their early fandom. And then you have more of that, quick phenomenon. The record company needs more output before the next album, so they give us a bunch of supplemental material, from soundtracks and remix EPs and, supplemental EPs and, this kind of thing that they went through. And then you have their third albums, which are pop culture reference tributes, because they both love fine art and intellectually stimulating their fans. So you have Madonna calling tribute to 30s gangster movies like James Cagney and 60s girl groups like the Shangri-Las. And then you have Lady Gaga in the 70s disco like Grace Jones and 60s pop art movement with de Kooning and Warhol. Then you have their first starring roles in kitschy genres, which, both happen to be ironic, trashy type vehicles. And because, they're funny ladies, they know their audience of like funny gay men that'll love it. So you have Madonna in like, a failure of a movie, but like the soundtrack is like still iconic and amazing and will stand the test of time even if the movie won't. But then you have Lady Gaga, who's in an amazing series, but it's television, right? So it's like going below abilities, but they just want to be movie stars and they're doing it. And then you have their first remix albums that have dyed hair and hats on the cover, and their first albums are remixing their first few releases, while subsequent remix albums are for specific albums. So I thought that was like a weird coincidence. And then you have their fourth albums. They're both coming-of-age personal stories that draw from intimate subjects like family and religion. Madonna is dealing with the death of her mother, and Lady Gaga is dealing with the death of her aunt Joanne. So that is just, another crazy coincidence? What is going on here? Okay. This one is the freakiest one. This is when Harlequin was released. This is what made me realize this whole concept of this video essay, because it freaked me out so much that here they are both in comic book adaptations playing femme fatales, and then they both happen to do inspired by soundtrack concept album offshoots named after their femme fatale character, and they're both doing old-time jazz music. What? As Joe Rogan would say, we're in a simulation. This is insanity. I mean, this is no shade on Lady Gaga. I don't know who just like said like, okay, let's just take the template of her career and redo it. I don't think they did that. I think this is some cosmic coincidence. I mean, I don't believe in coincidences, but it's like some cosmic, like, you know, winking, we're in a simulation. Okay. So it's all just like, because Madonna and Lady Gaga, they're both obviously great on their own terms. I don't think Gaga's really copying Madonna. I mean, not in any way that you can't avoid, or that you can avoid, whatever. What I'm saying is that, like, you can't avoid Madonna, but I don't think Lady Gaga is really trying to, like, copy Madonna as much as, like, I'm pointing out here. This is, I think, more about the universe than it is about Madonna and Lady Gaga. Let's be real. But this is insanity. Then you have Truth or Dare and 5'2", their first major documentaries of tours of their personal fourth albums, sharing intimate moments with fans in keeping with the personal themes of their close to the heart concept albums. Then you have songs that they did for A League of Their Own, being This Used to Be My Playground and The Hunting Ground, Till It Happens to You. Huge Oscar-worthy film theme ballads from films about women in a misogynist society. This Used to Be My Playground was Golden Globe nominated, and Till It Happens to You was Oscar nominated. And then you have their fifth albums that both end in Ika and are otherworldly concept albums. One, a world of BDSM, and the other, a world of battling tribes on a sci-fi planet. Now, what's crazy about that is, from the perspective of the sci-fi planet, you could say that Madonna's world on Earth of the BDSM, in terms of men and women, are battling tribes on a sci-fi planet. From both perspectives, it's like the same thing. You have these Ika-described worlds concept albums. I mean, what is going on? Okay, then you have I'll Remember and Hold My Hand, another Oscar-worthy film-themed power ballads from films starring men contributing to a sexist society. So this is like the flip side of the sexism thing, but I don't know. That's every movie, so maybe that's not such a stretch here. But it's just weird that now they're doing the same, like, Oscar ballad theme song thing, but it's for men instead of women. Okay, so I'll Remember is Grammy, Golden Globe nominated, and Hold My Hand is Academy Award, Grammy, and Golden Globe nominated. And then you have Bedtime Stories and Cheek to Cheek, older genre concept albums heavy on collabs with themes of intimacy and love. And then you have the other ballad album set of Something to Remember and Love for Sale. Ballad collection albums with light covers and themes of love and heartbreak. Then you have Evita and A Star is Born, epic star turns in personal musicals related to the trajectory of their own life. Like, seriously, this is unreal. Anyway, then you have up to now, because we can only go as far as to Lady Gaga's new album, Mayhem, which is like her ray of light in terms of it's a concept album about specific philosophical ideas about existentialism and the universe. Madonna doing Tranquility and Lady Gaga doing Chaos. They just so happen to be doing the opposite themes of their philosophical genre, career, reinvention, bending, craziness, going as far as they can go. I mean, May and Ray, seriously? May of Light and Rayhem? I mean, come on, people. Like, what are you gonna do next, Lady Gaga? Obviously, get to the dance floor. And then, I mean, I don't want to say she's gonna copy Madonna the whole time, but I mean, maybe they're just linked as like, I don't know, maybe till the rest of time, there's gonna be somebody who takes over as the new queen of pop, who they're just gonna do the same thing over and over, like the same mold, but different content, if that makes sense. But it's like, shouldn't we do something completely different like all the time and evolve? I'm not accusing Lady Gaga of not evolving. She's amazing. Again, this is about the universe, not really about like two pop stars. I just happen to be a gay man, so this is my wheelhouse, okay? But no, this is crazy. Hope you enjoyed the video essay. Thanks. Bye.